The Great Metallica hit, Nothing Else Matters. This is our continuation of that. We're doing now second guitar parts here, and I've taken like a part of the intro that James plays and sort of repurposed it for our second guitar parts for this acoustic version, the stripped back version we're doing. So it's the same chords as the normal main open chords, the E minor, D and C, but we're now going to play them as a bar chord shape. So imagine the 7th fret, we're playing an E minor bar chord here. And we're going to start with the A string at the 7th fret, and then we're going to give it a little pause, and then we're going to arpeggiate through the D, G, and B strings, so it sounds like this. Okay, so that's A, D, G, B. Then we're going to play a D triad, which is just the 7th fret of the D, G, and B strings. I'm going to exactly the same for the C chord, which is the 5th fret of the D, G, and B. So that's a triad, so is that. So we got this. After you finish that part, we've got the walk down, which is be based off of a G major triad from the G major bar chord, if you can sort of see that. It's the middle part of that chord there. And we're going to arpeggiate through that. Then we move back a fret to the 4th fret of D, 2nd fret of G, and 4th fret of B to make our 7th chord. That's a B7. They're playing it there. We're going to play a B7 here. And we're going to end on 2nd fret of D. Now, in the intro, which is actually the same as a verse, I end just like that. But in the actual verses where the singing is, I'm going to end by picking this one through like this. D, open G, open B, open E, open B, open G. So it sounds like this. So the whole part goes like this. And that's the parts for the verse and intro, which are the same. In the chorus, we're going to keep that same sort of idea. We're going to stay here with the 2nd fret of D, and we're going to play open G and open B, but we're going to stop there. It's going to be lots of 3, so it's going to be like this. 2nd fret, open G, open B. Slide the 2nd fret up to on the D up to the 7th fret. Open G, open B. And then open D, and then 7th fret G, 7th fret B. Sounds like this. So that very last bit there, we're going to go from open D, 7th fret G, 7th fret B. We have to kill the D dead, and we hit the B string at the 5th fret. Quite hard to get that D string to stop when you want it to, so if you let it ring, it's not the end of the world, but try and get it clean like this. And that's the main, that's the chorus parts. So the only other section is the solo section, and over the solo we're going to play little triads like this. So this is an E minor triad, which is 7th fret E, 8th fret B, 9th fret G, and it's going to go on lots of 3 starting on the E string. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 like this. Then you add your pinky to the 10th fret of the E. Now we're going to change our shape. We're going to keep this 3rd finger down on the 9th fret of G. We're going to flatten our 1st finger across the 8th fret of B and E. Back to our chord shape, which was the that E minor triad plus that pinky, and then lift off the pinky. That's all the parts. It sounds like this. It does. I'll do it once all the way through. It does it twice all the way through, but I'll do it once for you. It sounds like this. That does the whole thing again. And that is all of the parts for the second guitars. They're a little bit tricky, so they're probably middle to upper intermediate. They're not that hard, but they're just a bit tricky to sort of get your fingers around and in time. There's a few little dead spots you've got to try and hit. If you can master that, I'll put the demo down here and you can try and play along with that demo. You can sort of see where all those parts happen and follow along with that square that we have on the demo to try and test yourself.